So even allowing for that 3 years ago, it's been a long time. How do you feel about the prospect of pulling on an England shirt again in 2021 against the All Stars?
It's always special to be able to pull on an England jersey. You know, the first time I did it was 2009, and it's equally as special and means equally as much to me today as it did back then. You know, it's the pinnacle of your career playing for your country. So yeah, although I've done it a few times before and started a very long time ago, I'm just as excited this year as I was any other.
I was going to ask you about that 2009 debut. That was against Wales, wasn't it? And what can you remember of that game?
I remember we won, and I think it's a little bit surreal. You don't really think about things until a little while afterwards. And I remember going into 2010, Michael Maguire had just come to Wigan and going into training, and then after a couple of games, it was like, you know, you're looking forward to playing for England this year, and all of a sudden, internationals were just normal for me. Whereas, you know, I only made my debut in Super League in 2009, so I was really lucky the timing that I made my debut. I was straight into the international scene, as well as playing Super League. So it sort of ran. You know, once I was in the Wigan team, I was pretty much in the England team. So it was, you know, I've never had time without it really.
I mean, that was 12 years ago. How would you say that your own game has evolved in that period?
Well, I'm playing a different position. I was a six back then, so positionally I've changed. I think as a player, I'm obviously a lot more mature now, a lot more experienced, and certainly in big games, you know, internationals, they're very much like semi-finals and finals. You know, they're completely different to a normal Super League game, and you know, I've been lucky to play in quite a few semis and finals over the years, and you know, that's put me in good stead, I think, to be a much better international player now than I was 12 years ago.
And it's also World Cup year as well. So just looking ahead to that, how much does that matter to you and to England Rugby League?
Oh, it's huge. You know, the last World Cup I was involved in was 2013, and it's again that's different to a normal international series. You know, having a World Cup for the sport, it's huge. To have it on home soil is huge, and I think it's a massive opportunity for us as Rugby League. You know, it's the world's been upside down for the last 18 months, and I think, you know, hopefully by the end of 2021, if everything's settled a little bit more and the World Cup can go ahead, you know, what a way to sort of celebrate a little bit of normality with us going to a World Cup and taking it out.
And obviously you're linking up with Shaun Wane again. Tell us a little bit about the prospect of linking up with Shaun.
Yeah, it's really exciting. You know, Shaun being my head coach was just normal for 10 years, maybe longer. You know, Shaun was coaching me as soon as I left high school at 15. I was in the academy system, and Shaun was my coach. And it's funny, my playing career and Shaun's coaching career sort of followed very similar paths for a long time, and until recent years. So it's, you know, I think once I'm back in camp and I'm you know, training under him and he's leading us, I think it'll feel normal again. But I'm really looking forward to it. We've had some success between, you know, me playing and Shaun coaching, so hopefully that can continue.
And just looking ahead to the All Stars game, there may be some of your teammates may be involved in that too. Tell us a little bit about what you think about the prospect of playing a team of All Stars, of overseas players all coming together to play under one banner.
I think it's brilliant. It's a great concept. Remember when it first came in, back in 2011 it might have been. You know, playing the Exiles. You know, it's something different, but it's, you know, not only is it a great event and a great spectacle, but it's the perfect preparation for us as a national side. You know, in the past we've tried to play Wales and France, and you don't quite get that same intensity that we need to prepare for this year, what will be a really tough World Cup. So, you know, I'm sure the All Stars team will be littered with really talented players, and it'll give us that tough competition that we need. And it'll be a test for us, and I think it'll really put us in good stead for the end of the year.